Welcome to Direct News. It's been a while. It's been a while. Welcome everybody in chat. Thank you so much for watching, for being here live. Once again, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been live because of course, we are in the middle of selling a house, buying a house, and my studio is completely deconstructed. It was one of the first things to go down because when you sell a house, you have to take down things, paint, and make the house as brand new as you can, or for the new buyers can see and picture themselves. But that's why my studio was like the very first thing to go. I had to take down all the shelves, all the wiring of the walls and the ceiling, and all the mounts that I put in everywhere. So yeah, right now I'm in between studios. The new studio will be done hopefully by August, and then we'll be in there. So yeah, it's been a while for my live streams. Hope you guys have been enjoying the new show, Switch Minute, it was born out of this, right? A way of giving you guys the latest and greatest in a short period of time, quick news without the fluff. And of course, because they're short, I can produce them for you quickly. I can do them from the office. I can do them from the kitchen. I can do it from the outside, from the car, wherever. Switch Minute is about giving you guys the latest and greatest in just a couple of minutes. And so, with that said, I just want to go ahead and say a shout out to everyone in chat. I want to go ahead and shout out everyone who's here. So if you are here and you want to see your name shouted out, let me know, and I'll just comment anything you're on X, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Facebook. If you're watching us from either area, I want to say thank you and welcome. Right now we have 24 watching on the X, we have 18 watching on YouTube, and we have 1 watching on Twitch. Thank you so much. And of course, Facebook takes a little bit more because it's Facebook, but I want to welcome all those watching either pre-recorded also on Facebook and everywhere else here too. So with that said, let me go ahead and quickly highlight everyone who's here and then shout them out. We have Kevin. Welcome, Kevin. We got Lottie in the house. We got Joanne Sita in the house. Welcome. We also have Jimbo James. What's up, Jimbo? We got Blue Moon, Academy member, Blue Moon. Head moderator, Blue Moon. We got Nerdy Seb. What's up, Nerdy Seb? It's not highlighted. Nerdy Seb. There you go, Nerdy Seb. May the 4th be with you as well, Nerdy Seb. We got Draken6422. May the 4th be with you as well. We got God of Thunder. Is it Thor? The God of Thunder Thor, or is it the other one? God of War. We got let's see here. Going down. Okay, we got Arrows 218. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Jan Mar, Academy head moderator. Also, Jan Mar is in the house. Welcome, Jan. We got going down. We got Eslo21. Welcome, Eslo. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Going down, we got Kyle. Kyle is in the house. Did I say Kyle already? If I did, I'm saying it again. Kyle Lindquist. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. And yeah, so far, so good. If you guys want to see your name shouted out throughout the stream, just go ahead and comment and give me your thoughts, and I'll go ahead and highlight them here on the live stream. So we are talking about, first thing, happy May, everyone. It is the 4th of May, the 4th day of May. And can you believe it? Yes, we are almost halfway through the year. And we are approaching one of the busiest seasons of gaming. Okay, you didn't know, next month is a huge month for video games. Okay, not only do we have Summer Game Fest, which is an incredible event organized and created by Jeff Keighley to announce a lot of games. Right, we have that event happening. We also have not only Jeff Keighley for Summer Game Fest, June is the month where PlayStation, Xbox, indie developers, indie games, we all get together and showcase a whole bunch of games for you, right? Indie Mania is also happening this summer. And so the summer season is the busiest season for new game announcements, new game releases, and a whole bunch of stuff. So we're close, guys. It is May 4th. Summer Game Fest is June 5th. So we are just a month away from the beginning, the breakout for this season's most busy time of the year when it comes to video games announcement. And with that, it comes a lot of excitement, right? Comes a lot of excitement, and I'm excited to see what games we get announced this year. To me, this is the very first Summer Game Fest, first summer, I would say, season for the Nintendo Switch 2. Not only that, but the Nintendo Switch 2 turns 1 year old on June 4th. So we are just a month away from the Nintendo Switch 2 turning one, okay? Which is very awesome. So we're about to celebrate. We're gonna have a birthday celebration stream on here once Nintendo Switch 2 turns 1. We're gonna have a birthday celebration stream. I am announcing at that soon. I mean today. You want to be here? We're gonna have giveaways and a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna do gameplay. We'll have a live stream with gameplay, playing even Mario Kart. We'll have a tournament, and we'll do some giveaways to celebrate the 1 year birthday for the Nintendo Switch 2. And how about we just do that every single birthday, right? We'll do that. We'll make that a routine, celebrating the birthday of the Nintendo Switch 2. It's gonna be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And so we're going to talk about a lot today. We're going to talk about a lot today. As you know, from February, I would say from early February, I think I was the only one stating that we weren't going to get a direct till June. I think I was the only content creator out there saying that we were not going to get a direct till June. Now, how did I come up with this conclusion? Well, I was studying Nintendo's numbers. I was studying Nintendo's pattern, and the pattern seemed very familiar to me, and it was very similar to 2024, the year 2024, where Nintendo did not give us a direct during February. They gave us a partner direct, and then followed by an Indie World Showcase, then a direct in June. So far, Nintendo gave us a partner showcase in February, Indie World at the beginning of March, and then we're now awaiting a Nintendo Direct in June. Same exact pattern as 2024. Now, I mentioned this pattern back then in January, late January. I went to Twitter and I said, hey, Nintendo looks like to be, I don't think Nintendo is they're not following their regular schedule. I think Nintendo is following the 2024 schedule, and it happens to be that, right? I released that tweet and I said, next up, Indie World Showcase. The very next week, Nintendo announced an Indie World Showcase. Canadian is celebrating 7 months as a member on the channel. I just want to highlight that. Thank you so much for the past 7 months of support. I appreciate you more than you know. We also got Blue Moon celebrating her 46th month on the channel as a member. Blue Moon is one of the longest members I've had on the channel. 46 months. What is that? How many years is that? 3, 4? I lost count. But thank you so much for your support. If you guys have any member anniversaries coming up, let me know and I can go ahead and highlight them just like this. So thank you to Canadian and also Blue Moon for being a member on the channel for so long. I appreciate you guys both, and you guys mean to me too. You mean the world to me. That's what I mean to say. I get jumbled up when they get mushy, so just let you know, get jumbled up. You got Jamar celebrating 37 months on the channel. 37 months on the channel. Thank you so much for your support for the last 37 months. That's crazy. And then we got Genki. Genki with the 5 gifted, inviting 5 new members into the family. I want to say thank you to Genki for those 5 gifted. And then we also have 5 new family members on the channel. Thank you, Aris218. Welcome. We got Sam's Knight. We also have James W Games, a new member. We have Al Creed 5146. And let's see here. One more. I think that's it. That's it. The 1, 2. Yep, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for that support. And welcome all of you guys. There's some merch on the not merch. I mean some new content for members. I just released a video of a very special unboxing, very rare unboxing, recently. So you got that video. Plus, there's other content for members, and I'm actually working on more content for members, coming soon. So including more content for Super Nintendo World, which I'm planning on visiting, and producing more content for Super Nintendo World for everybody, and some exclusive content for some members as well. So, yeah, thank you so much, Genki, for the 5 gifted, and welcome those 5 new members to the channel. Yeah. So once again, yeah, I'm planning on producing more content for members. I've been lacking a lot on those, but I'm working on that. I'm going back to Super Nintendo World, making more videos on Super Nintendo World. I'm gonna break down the entire park for you. Okay, I'm breaking down the entire park for you, for Super Nintendo World, Donkey Kong Country, anything related to Nintendo at the theme parks. I'm gonna break down all of that for everyone on the channel. And I'm going to have exclusive content and an exclusive giveaway from an item from the park for our members. So I just want to say thank you once again for your support. All right, let's get into the news, because today, let me go ahead and get just a couple of things, couple of updates really quickly here. Let me go ahead and just do this here. Okay, just a couple of quick updates for Nintendo. Nintendo Switch news. Okay, just to give you guys up to date. Ooh, this is really cool. And I'm gonna go over these couple of topics very quickly, so that we can get into our main topic. But I want to give you guys some news. Wait a minute, what happened here? Am I not here? Wait a minute, what happened? Oh, okay. So I almost closed out my my entire live stream, by the way. But let me go ahead and give you guys a quick update on the news. Once I finish with this little rundown, then we will move on to the main topic, and we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct. Okay, we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct, and do I have to? I can share the screen, right? Hopefully I can. Stop trying to close my live stream. That's not what I want to do. Okay, share screen. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna do it this way. Let me go ahead and just bring this over. Close all this mumbo jumbo stuff here, and from here, from there, okay, there, go here, there, and I think that's about it. Okay. All right, I think I got it now. Thank you for your patience, my friends. I appreciate you more than you know. You guys are awesome. Welcome to our newest member on the channel. I appreciate you. We got Charles Bafil is our new is it Charlie? Oh, Chalil Bafil. Okay, got it. Charlil Bafil. Is that a play on Steve Urkel? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if that's a play on the Steve Urkel character. Jaleel, I think his name is. Jaleel. But thank you so much for becoming a member. Enjoy all the perks that you have now available, including emojis. Chat, you can go ahead and go ahead and spam the emojis so you can let everybody know. By the way, I think YouTube also added GIFs. YouTube added GIFs to the channel. I think they are available. If you guys can try them out, let me know if the GIFs are working. I think members are supposed to have access to GIFs now. And so let me know if you guys have the access there. I just read an email today from YouTube regarding GIFs. And I think they're available on for members, I think. I'll check that out. But if you guys want to check yourselves, you can check on the emoji area, see if you have available to you. Maybe they're rolling out, but I know I read that the GIFs are coming. So animated GIFs, so you guys can express yourself better with GIFs online here on YouTube. All right, let's see here. We got that going. All right, window. That's not the one. All right. Okay, got that. We got that one. We got this one. We got this one. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got this one. I think these are good. I had a little more, but I'll cut it short. I managed to get awards. Interesting. Okay. Well, I welcome it. Hey, wait, hold up. What? Okay. Okay. I think that will work. I can go ahead and share this now. All right, I'm sharing this right now, but I'm gonna get back to this in just a little bit because I'm gonna be talking about this right there. First off, let's go ahead and start with we got Persona 5, Persona 4 Revival due to be completed end of August and released early 2027. So if you guys are into Persona, it says Persona 4 Revival due to be completed at the end of August of 2027. Early release 2027. All right, we also got 007 First Light campaign is apparently around the corner, around 20 hours around the corner. 20 hours for First Light. That's a short game, right? Hopefully. It says YouTuber John Joy Rapper is reporting that the campaign mode for the highly anticipated 007 First Light will roughly last around 20 hours. Says here, well, I mean, Metroid Prime 4 was like 10 hours, 12 hours. So I guess this is better than that. Apparently, chatted with the gameplay director of 007 First Light along with some other developers at the IO Interactive and was given the information. So 20 hours, which is not bad. 20 hours. And if there's a multiplayer, maybe, more hours of gameplay. We got Super Mario Galaxy movie global total now at $894 million. 20 hours depending on difficulty. Yep. So Super Mario Galaxy movie global total now at 894. I'm sure that movie will make it to the 1 billion worldwide. Right now we have it at 894. They're just very, very close. And then we got Sega showcasing a new Sonic Adventures concept art for the 35th anniversary. And so they have a couple of images here from let's see, we can highlight those. Here are a couple of images. Can you see? Let me make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, so these are images highlighted by Sega on the 35th anniversary of I'm guessing this is art concept for a new game. Hopefully it comes to pass because it looks great. Look at that. All right, it's not every day we get to see like concept art. Look at that. That looks very, very cool. It's like a spaceship, like a ship, but then on the ship there's also buildings on it. So that looks very, very cool. All right, and Sega, on top of that, Sega announces Lego Mega Drive. Sega announces a Lego Mega Drive. So, you know, kind of going back. It's going to be available on June 1st, 2026. And it's only going to be $39, $39.99 and 34 pounds, and $39.99 over on the US. So it's not bad for $39, $40. You get the Sega Mega Drive Lego set. If you were a fan of Sega, then that's around the corner. It comes out June 1st, 2026. It comes with what you see on screen here and the cartridge for Sonic 2, which is very, very cool. Moving on, let's go Pac-Man. Pac-Man, it looks to be getting an animated short and more for Pac-May, which is this month. Bandai Namco Entertainment of America is powering up this month to celebrate Pac-Man's birthday with Pac-May using the theme Connect the Dots. Pac-May is a month-long celebration featuring exciting announcements and activations commemorating one of the video game's most iconic characters since the 1980s. Pac-Man continues to evolve through new narratives and stories. Invite fans into the world. The Connect the Dots theme aims to bridge the past and present, as well as usher in the future of Pac-Man through the lens of storytelling. So yeah, they're going to be releasing animated shorts for Pac-May. They call it Pac-May because it's actually the birthday of Pac-Man. And so here we have it. Pretty cool, right? I want to see a Pac-Man movie. That'd be cool. That would be cool. That'd be awesome. What is up, Power Man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. And the last one, we have Lego Animal Crossing Timmy and Tommy's Fun Day Out revealed. And there you have it. Take a look at that creepy little thing. How long was it? Look at those faces. Oof. But yeah, there you have it. We have inspired by Animal Crossing New Horizons. We got Timmy and Tommy. They are in a bridge with water. We have a little flying present, and it's Timmy and Tommy. So if you are into Animal Crossing and you collect everything Lego, then here you have Timmy and Tommy. It's called Timmy and Tommy's Play Day Out, right? A little creepy but cute. Yeah, so here we have it. And that's the news for today. That is the news for today. Now we can get into our discussion of the day, which is the Nintendo Direct. Let's go ahead and talk about the future, because as I mentioned, if you're just joining us, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You've reached Direct News, which is our live news segment. I haven't been doing it in the past couple of weeks because I'm actually moving houses and also moving studios. My studio is completely disassembled. I am studio-less right now, and so the live streams are sporadic a little bit, and I'll get back to a daily routine once we get into the new studio and introduce new shows too. But so far we have today a daily. I decided to find time to go live because we have news to talk about. It is May the 4th. We are only a month away from the beginning of the busiest time in gaming when it comes to events, right? Video game presentation and events. Summer Game Fest starts on June 5th. Summer, as part of Summer Game Fest, we have other showcases. Let me go ahead and look up those showcases really quickly here so that we can know exactly what we're getting. Summer Games Fest. Let's see if I can get the website for Summer Games Fest and go there and then talk to you guys about what to expect at Summer Games Fest. No, not Summer Games Best, Summer Games Fest. Summer Games Fest. All right, so Summer Games Fest. Let me go ahead and share that screen with you so you guys can take a look at what I'm looking at. Right there. So Summer Games Fest. Okay, Summer Games Fest is the beginning of the busiest gaming time of the year, which is this summer, with plenty of announcements, game announcements. And with Summer Game Fest, their presentation, their trailer reveals are on June 5th at the Dolby Theater. Okay, at the Dolby Theater. And we have also, let's see here, 2026 show announced June 5th, 2026. It starts at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern time. And of course, we got Jeff Keighley, the founder of the show. And the schedule has not yet been posted. Weird, because normally the schedule is out by now, but I guess they're waiting to get closer to the event. So Summer Games Fest is June 5th. And normally we would see the schedule right here on what's happening, right? So far, there is no schedule posted yet. But it is a very exciting time of the year because not only do we have Summer Games Fest, but also PlayStation State of Play. We have Xbox Presents. They all come out to play. And that's a pun intended. They all come out to play and give us showcases as well as Nintendo. But Nintendo's not part of Summer Games Fest as of yet. Nintendo always have their June Direct, which started back with E3. So Nintendo just decided to continue doing events on their own and not part of any particular event, but they do have Nintendo Directs in June. They've had them for the past, I would say, 9 years in a row. They have not missed a June Direct yet. Sometimes they have 2. Sometimes they have 1 in June, 1 in July, and that extra one is always either a partner, Indie World, or game specific direct. But when it comes to general directs, Nintendo has not failed so far in the past, I would say 5, 6, 7, 8 years to have their general direct in June. Now, what does Nintendo take care of in June? Well, Nintendo sometimes has the task of filling out the rest of the year calendar for this year, which we still have the months of August, September, October, November, December without dates. So they actually fill out the rest of the calendar. And they also look to introduce some titles for next year. Like the beginning months of next year are normally shown off in the month of June. So whatever comes out in January, February, or March, spring season, they normally come out in the month of June. Like, for example, last year, we got any title that was revealed now that is coming out now, Yoshi and the Mysterious whatever. I mean, all those titles that came out now were revealed partly in the June Direct, right? In the June Direct. And of course, Nintendo didn't really do much for Mario this year. They just did like a little Twitter drop. No major Nintendo Directs for Mario. Well, actually they did. It was last year, not this year. They did it last year. So yeah, like it was last year, not this year. I'm getting mixed up, my years mixed up. But yeah, normally the summer directs are to finish off the rest of the year when it comes to game announcements, and also introduce the following year. And it all starts with Summer Game Fest when it comes to the gaming announcement season. It's gonna be fun. With that, let's get into our discussion for today. Nintendo Direct. What will happen? Does Mike believe that we will be getting a Nintendo Direct this June? Well, yes. Yes, that's a easy question to answer. Yes, I think we will be getting a Nintendo Direct this June. Why do I think? I've been on that board, I've been on that boat. I've been on that boat for a long time now. Since January. When Nintendo gave us a partner showcase in February, I said, okay, we're not gonna have 2 directs in February. If it's a partner showcase, that means that we're not gonna have a direct until the month of June. And so that's where I made up my mind that Nintendo was going to be giving us a direct in June. What made this more of a solid choice for me was that Nintendo also had Indie World in March. Okay, I predicted the Indie World in March, just because, like I said, for those of you who are just joining us, let me explain my reasoning. And for those of you who are here who know it, thank you for being with me. All right, so why do I believe Nintendo is having a direct in June? If you don't follow me on X, when Nintendo dropped the partner showcase in February, I said, hey, okay, so we thought it was a general direct. It's not a general direct. It has to be a partner showcase. Then we're not getting a direct in February. And I jumped on it right away. I shared it on X. And what I said was, hey, look, with the partner showcase in February, it looks like Nintendo might be following a similar schedule from to 2024 with no direct in February. And so with no direct in February, Nintendo does do a direct in June. And they have an Indie World showcase in between. And that's what happened. I said, hey, the next thing we'll see is an Indie World showcase. It just so happens, I'm not a leaker, I just basically kind of put it together that the following week Nintendo did announce an Indie World showcase. There was the rumors of Nintendo having a direct in Mario Day. I said, nope, no Mario Day, no 3D Mario announcement. It's happening in June. And so since then, I've been on board with the June direct. Every video I posted has was dedicated to that June direct, and I do believe that the June direct will be massive, will be big. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be in June, right, Pokemon fan? It's going to be in June. Now, how long will the Nintendo Direct be? You guys can go ahead and clip this part. If you want to clip this part, because I want to tell you how long the Nintendo Direct will be, give you my reasoning, and present some evidence. Okay. Number one, the Nintendo Direct will be an hour long. Okay, not 4 hours long. That'll be a crazy direct. That'll be an insane direct. I want it to be over 1 hour long. 1 hour long. Okay. Why? Because Nintendo plans on celebrating the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Okay. And so the first 15 minutes of the Nintendo Direct will be dedicated to the anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Proof? Well, they did it with Mario. Whatever they do with Mario, they do with Zelda, right? Mario has a big presentation. Zelda has a good one. Mario has a so-so. Zelda has a so-so also. So the first 15 minutes will be dedicated to The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary. And then the next will be the 45-minute direct, which will be 1 hour. 4 hours would be insane. Yes, it would be insane. We would not be able to keep up with a 4-hour direct. Nobody would. We would be like so tired and not even remembering what the first game was. Can you imagine? I mean, there's enough content out there. If Nintendo were to put everything in one direct, they would have to do like a 4-hour direct. But no, no 4-hour direct. It was gonna be 15-minute Zelda anniversary, and then 45-minute general direct, which to me is very exciting, right? Because not only are we getting plenty of Zelda stuff, but then on top of that, we're getting a full 45-minute Nintendo Direct with God knows what. You know, a lot more information, a lot more games that we're not expecting. I am expecting a couple things, and so I want to talk about that next. I want to talk about what do I expect for the Nintendo Direct. Okay, now that we went over the time limit, 1 hour. I'm having a hard time with the Ocarina of Time remake. I'm having a hard time with the Ocarina of Time remake. That wasn't planned. That wasn't planned. I wasn't having a hard time with the Ocarina of Time remake, and so an Ocarina of Time remake is very, very, very important. I think it's an important game. It's a big title that a lot of fans, many major fans, became fans because of Ocarina of Time. And if we're getting a remake, by the way, remake is not remaster. The 3DS got a remaster. Okay, this is a remake. Okay, for example, the only thing I could kind of I can compare it to is Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1 and Final Fantasy Remake on Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 4, PS5, right? Final Fantasy Remake. That's the big leap. That's the big jump. We're not getting another Ocarina of Time polished game like it was for 3DS. We're getting a brand new title. If this happens, if we do an Ocarina of Time, we do get an Ocarina of Time remake, it's gonna be a brand new title. And so it's not gonna be like a port. It's not gonna be it might not even look like the original one at all. Right? Nintendo might look to expand the game, make it a bit longer, add more story to it. You know, keep the heart, the story and the heart of the game, right? And then just kind of build upon that and give us a bigger, better game. And if that remake is real and it's true, then I just don't see them doing it, like just releasing it so soon. So I would see the game coming out later, maybe early next year. Why early next year? Although they are announcing it now in June, because it makes sense, because the movie is also coming out next year. And what I believe Nintendo is going to do is do a year-long anniversary for The Legend of Zelda, with the movie culminating the anniversary. The movie is going to be the last part of the anniversary. The last part of the anniversary. Just like the Mario movie was the last part of the Mario anniversary. And so, like, they're gonna spread it out. They're gonna all the announcements. Maybe we'll get another Zelda game, a top-down game, right? I think I heard a rumor about 2 Zelda games, 2. And so if this is real, if we were to get 2 Zelda games, then I can see Nintendo releasing another Zelda game like Echoes of Wisdom, maybe a remake of the Oracle Ages. That will be great. Oracle Seasons, Oracle of Ages, A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds. And these are remakes, not remasters, remakes. And then releasing those with a short window like they did with Echoes of Wisdom. Echoes of Wisdom was announced in June and released in September. Very short window. They can do that with smaller games like these. But when it comes to Ocarina of Time, man, that's a big deal. That is such a massive deal, right? It's not just any particular game. That's Ocarina of Time. You know, not only does Nintendo have to do it right, but they also have to give it that promotional period that it needs, and directs dedicated to that game, and just hype it up like with no end. But I do believe there's a new Zelda game coming, whether it's Ocarina of Time remake or a top-down Zelda game from Grezzo. And so I believe that for this anniversary, not only do I believe that a new game is coming, I also believe we're going to get more news on the live action movie. We're talking about babies here. 80s babies. I'm an 80s baby, by the way. I'm an 80s baby. I'm a Thriller baby. I'm a Beat It baby. Beat It. Yeah, I used to have the Michael L. Jackson glove and everything, so I'm one of those kids. What's got Risky? What's up, Risky? Risky skiing? Risky skiing? Is that the Risky skiing? Hey, Joycey J is in the house. What's up, Joycey? Shout out to Joycey. And Topics Queen podcast co-host Joycey J in the house. The Zelda expert. Our Zelda expert. And so that's what I believe Nintendo was going to do for the anniversary. I think that we're going to have a couple games announced. The movies and take the majority of the spotlight, and we're going to have a couple little things here and there. We might have a park event happening at Super Nintendo World. Merch, an NSO game, Twilight Princess maybe added to NSO. And yeah, there's with that Mario movie coming out, realistically speaking, it'll be a good anniversary. I don't think it'll be a massive one. I think already with the movie, that's a massive direct. When we get that announcement, maybe get a teaser trailer for the movie. Can you imagine a teaser trailer for the movie, since they have already filmed? They finished filming in New Zealand, so they have enough footage to film a teaser trailer to get some voiceover. Imagine. Let me get the. Imagine, like we get the direct starts. Hello, I am Miyamoto, I think, because I don't think Eiji Aonuma, is he Eiji Aonuma working on with the movie, or is just Miyamoto? I think it's just Miyamoto. And Koji Kondo is also working with the soundtrack as an advisor to the composer, John Paisano. I think his name is John Paisano. And so imagine this. I am the great Deku Tree. I need Link. Navi, go find Link for me, Navi. And why do I say this? Because I think that Morgan Freeman is going to be the great Deku Tree. I am Morgan Freeman. I will be playing the great Deku Tree. The great Deku Tree and I are both old, and we are going to be playing similar characters at the end of our lives. I and Morgan Freeman and the great Deku Tree and I are very alike. We have the same likes, dislikes. We both like We both like walks on the beach. We both like nuts. We both like trees. We both like shades, and we both like dirt, in the ground, soil, and we both like the forest. And so I, the Morgan, the Freeman, will be playing the great Deckletree. Uh, yeah. And he'll do the entire voiceover for the trailer. Link, wake up, Link. I don't know. And so I mean, there are people who think that the Zelda movie will be like it'll be after the Ocarina of Time game. Again, remake, Ocarina of Time Lego set. They're putting two and two together. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a brand new Zelda Legend where we get to see Link and Zelda and Ganon, and we get to see maybe the Great Deku We get to see Impa. A lot of the characters that are ongoing in the Legend of Zelda franchise, right? Every legend has an Impa somewhere. Sometimes she's really, really old. Sometimes she's young. Sometimes she's like a very athletic. Every legend has a Link. Sometimes he's a kid. Sometimes he's a grown up. Sometimes he's a teenager. Zelda, right? Every legend has these characters, and so I think that the movie will be just a new, just a story within the Legend of Zelda, good enough to introduce new audiences to the franchise. Now, whether it's heavily inspired by Ocarina of Time, it is not going to be Ocarina of Time. If it starts with Child Link, and it starts with the Kokiri Forest, and it starts with the Great Deku and it starts somehow along the way, don't expect it to be 100% Ocarina of Time. It might start with Kokiri Forest. It might start with Link. It might start with the Great Deku even Navi, but don't expect it to have. If you see a lack of an ocarina, then you know it's not based on Ocarina of Time. It was inspired by, and so just take what they're doing with the Mario movies. Mario, the first movie, had a lot from a lot of video games. In the Legend of Zelda franchise, you have to understand that these are legends. Legend has it of a boy named Link. Legend has it of a princess named Zelda. Legend has it of some dude named Ganon. It's a legend. And so this could be just another story in the legend. Just like West Ball might decide to say, you know what? It's a brand new movie that has a little bit of everything, but it's its own legend. It's its own legend, not related to any game. Yeah, Easter eggs here, Easter eggs there, Easter eggs everywhere, but this is still a brand new franchise. And I think that it's important for us to go into the movie theater with that expectation. The Rock as Ganon. With that expectation. You know why? Because that way our expectations are not out of whack. They're not overly, hurt because you can't really please everybody, right? So I do believe that as part of this anniversary for the Legend of Zelda, we will get a Legend of Zelda movie update. Okay? The video games, the updates, there might be something console related. And when I mean console related, I don't mean Nintendo's going to give us an edition Nintendo Switch 2 with Zelda. I think Nintendo's going to do a packing with Zelda in the box, right? So shout out to Ninty Prime Direct Hype. Yeah, we're only a couple of weeks away, 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe away from the next Nintendo Direct. I'm just setting the expectations for the Legend of Zelda live action movie. No, it will not be directly tied to any movie, any particular game. It's just another story in the legend with a lot of Easter eggs from different games that we love and care for. And so I do believe we will get games. I don't know if we'll get Ocarina of Time this year. Might be next year. I do believe we'll get a Zelda game. You know, rumor has it there's 2 Zelda games. One of them could be a Grezzo top-down Zelda game like Echoes of Wisdom, or a port for the the Oracle games, or Link to the Past. And then the other one could be saved for next year, closer to the Mario, the Zelda game, the Zelda movie, not the game, because I believe Nintendo is also ending the anniversary with the movie. So we'll have a year-long anniversary for The Legend of Zelda, culminating in the live-action movie. I think Nintendo's going to drop a teaser trailer this time around. We're going to find out who Ganon is this year during the Nintendo Direct, which will last an hour, 15 minutes for Zelda. And yeah, I think that's the gist of the Zelda part. The movie announcement, maybe teaser trailers with some cast announcements, including Ganon. Maybe a game from Grezzo for this year. Top down, either a brand new game like Echoes of Wisdom, or a top down remake like a Link to the Past. Then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say maybe we'll get Ocarina of Time, not this year, but next year, closer to the movie, and then ending and culminating in the movie next year in May, with maybe a Nintendo Switch edition, not edition, because I don't think Nintendo is ever gonna do editions like they used to. I think Nintendo's gonna do like a couple of Joy-Con colors, maybe green, and then just put like a pack-in game with the Nintendo Switch 2, maybe a Zelda game with that, and call it a day for that. That's the Zelda part of the Nintendo Direct. The latter part, the 45 minutes of extra Nintendo Direct, because we just went over the Zelda 15. Now we have to go over the Zelda 45, because it's a full hour we're gonna get, right? Which is popping. Mario, yes, we're gonna see 3D Mario, not for this year, but for 2027. I think Nintendo's gonna set the stage. They're gonna say, "Hey, it's me, Mario, the 3D version, the Nintendo Switch 2 kind of Mario," and then give us a 2027 release date for that Mario. And just like they did with Pokemon Wins, Pokemon Waves, 2027. Nintendo Switch 2 will have one of its biggest years in 2027 when it comes to first party titles. I think that 2027 is the first true Nintendo Switch 2 year where no more games for Switch 1 will be released, at least first party titles, and Nintendo will focus solely on Switch 2 and Switch 2 titles moving forward. And so I think Nintendo Switch 2027 will be a big year for that. With that brand new Mario game, the next Pokemon game. I think that Pokemon was the one that kind of made it for me. Nintendo normally likes to release a Pokemon game where the biggest audience is, and now they want to help push all current Pokemon audiences to the next system, and they're doing that with Pokemon Wins and Waves. Trust me, Pokemon fans are going to want to buy a Switch 2 with Wins and Waves, and so I think that's going to be like it for next year. I think those are going to be the biggest announcements: the new Zelda and Mario. We have Fortune's Weave still available, and Nintendo so far has never given us a new trailer or release date for a mainline Fire Emblem game outside of a Nintendo Direct. And I'm not talking about remakes, ports, or Warrior games. I'm talking about mainline Fire Emblem titles. There's never been a Fire Emblem title outside of a Nintendo Direct, especially because Nintendo likes to. I think Fire Emblem is bigger in Japan and it's big, and they also like to do these collectible editions, these collection editions of Fire Emblem with the booklet, with all this bunch of mumbo jumbo stuff, and then so they want to make sure they are presenting it in front of the biggest audience. So Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave. If nothing is out this year, this month of May for Fire Emblem, then you can expect Fire Emblem to be part of the Nintendo Direct. Here is the next part. Let me see. Let me go get. I think that's it. Let me go ahead and share this. That is Summer Games Fest coming in June. All right, that is not the Summer Games Fest. I think this is it. No, that's not it either. All right, so here we have the Nintendo Switch calendar as we know it right now. Okay, so Nintendo is already done with Nintendo Switch games for the year, meaning Nintendo Switch 1 games. Rhythm Heaven Groove was the last title announced for Nintendo Switch and now has a release date of July 2nd. Then we have Splatoon Raiders on July 23rd. And of course, the very last title, which is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive title, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, is still slated for 2026. No release date yet. This could be, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and say 80% we'll see this in the next Nintendo Direct, the Fire Emblem's Fortune's Weave, and maybe it'll be like a September game. And so far we're kind of done, guys. We're kind of done with all the titles that were revealed. They all have the release dates, and Nintendo's now getting ready to give us the next batch of announcements that will fill in the calendar and maybe give us games that are also well into 2027. It's gonna be a big one. I'm excited for it. Let's see here. I need a sneaky teaser for a brand new Animal Crossing. Yeah, Animal Crossing. I feel like Nintendo will drop that game closer to where they decide to drop a Switch 2 Lite. And then closer to that, they will drop the Nintendo Switch 2 Lite Animal Crossing. Switch 2 Lite Switch Lite was launched in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, and then Animal Crossing came out. Animal Crossing came out in 2020. And so I think they might follow a similar schedule to that. I've spoken to many people who are waiting for a Switch 2 Lite. They don't want to buy the beefy model. They want a lighter version of the model because they can care less about playing on dock mode, right? These are people that came from the 3DS. They skipped the Wii U. They bought the 3DS. They went from the DS to the 2DS, from the 3DS to the 3DS XL, and they like handheld gaming more than just docking stuff. So they care less about the docking part. They want to wait for the Switch 2 Lite, and so it's very understandable, right? So Nintendo might just wait for that period of time to launch the Switch 2 Lite with Animal Crossing, Newer Horizons. I don't know. City. Okay, they already have City Folk. They have New Leaf. I don't know what they're gonna name it next time and what they're gonna do, because Animal Crossing New Horizon is peak right now. So when that happens, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, New Horizon was a system seller during the pandemic. Yep. Animal Crossing in space. That'd be crazy. Spaces. You could decorate your own planet. Your own planet. That's actually a good idea, Pokemon fan. You can decorate your own planet. And you know how Animal Crossing you play the game and it has like this always this angle, like you're walking around something. You're walking like in a circular motion, over a hill or down a hill, right? So Animal Crossing in space, you can it'll work the same way. It'll work the same way. Like if you're walking in a like a hill kind of way, right? Like that, right? But it's a planet. But it's a planet. I can see that. I can see that. You know, you can visit other planets with the spaceship. Tom Nook taking some pages out of Elon Musk's book and opening his own spaceship, like spaceship vacation, whatever, and then selling planets, and so like you get to go on one of Tom Nook's space thingies and discover a planet and then go ahead and populate that planet, which gives you more villagers, stores. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. So Nintendo definitely has to hire a Pokemon fan for that. That would be crazy cool. Be crazy cool. But yeah, that's basically some of the titles that we might get this year. And I believe these titles are very perfect. I think they're perfect for this year. Is Luigi's Mansion 4 is one of them. Luigi's Mansion 4. And the other title, so Luigi's Mansion 4, they've done 2 haunted houses, I think, right? Haunted houses, and they've done, I mean, there's a hotel, and they've done the skyscraper hotel. What can they do? Luigi's Mansion 4, haunted village. Like I'd say like a he's invited into instead of a tower, it's a town. It's like a town. And the town is haunted, like a cowboy type of really old town. It's haunted. So yeah. So you know, I think it could be like something like that, right? Luigi's Mansion 4 YouTube studio. Good morning, Zalarath. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. So, yeah, Luigi's Mansion 4 is one, and I'm super intrigued to know. I know the game is in development. Obviously, it's a good franchise. People love it. That will be a great game for the month of October, right? Great game for the month of October. You know, great game for the month of October. And another game that will be great for this year is Mario 3D Maker. Now, like listen to how I said that. Mario, not Mario Maker, Mario 3D Maker, which is of course everything Mario Maker has had, but at the addition of a 3D world, adding 3D elements, so you can create your own 3D place. People can recreate Mario 64 if they want to. You know, Super Mario 64, they could add Super Mario 64 elements to it. They could add Mario Sunshine. They could add Mario Odyssey. People could recreate 3D Mario levels, which is crazy. A Mario level that has like a painting just like Mario 64 had, where you can jump in and all of a sudden it changes into a 2D Mario, right? Or a 3D world where where the Wonder Flower exists, and that Wonder Flower does crazy warping stuff to the 3D world. You know, it'll be super awesome. Metroid, 2D Metroid also. Another game like Dread will be awesome. But yeah, a 3D Mario Maker will be fantastic. I think it will be perfect. Why? The first thing, it has a story mode. Mario Makers always have their story mode, which is really fun to play through. You play through a lot of levels, made levels to either fix the castle or do something related to that. Not only that, but the online multiplayer is super fun, right? The stage builder, and so you have literally unlimited stages to play, unlimited levels to play, whether 3D, 2D. You get unlimited stages to play, and Super Mario Wonder stages. So a 3D Mario Maker with Mario Wonder added to that too will be amazing. It will present so many hours of gameplay to people. The replayability factor is just over the moon. And I would love to see what they do with it. Now that we have other Marios there, that will at least could get people okay for now, until they wait for the next 3D Mario to be released, maybe later next year, around May to June next year, which will be cool. And so, yeah. Another thing is, of course, Mario Kart World DLC. That's something that's people have been waiting for a long time. The world's already there. It's big. Let's see what they do with it, right? And so adding Mario Kart World DLC to the Nintendo Direct is also another given. We got the Zelda part. We got Mario 3D for next year. Mario Maker 3D Maker for this year. Luigi's Mansion 4 for this year. Maybe a new Kirby game. Let's see here. What other titles we haven't seen in a long time? Nintendo Switch 2 Sports, the official version for Switch 2. Not a Nintendo Switch Sports Switch 2 edition, but more like a Nintendo Switch 2 Sports. Let's see. They should revive games like Punch Out. Punch Out, like a smaller game. Firefox. Is it Firefox or Star Fox? Is it Star Fox or Firefox? I said Star Fox. I said Firefox. It's not Firefox. Firefox is the browser. Star Fox. Maybe with the Star Fox, with the Firefox browser in the game, be great. But yeah, I think that this Nintendo Direct will be a good one. Mm-hmm. And the exciting thing of all of this is that we are very close, my friends. We are close. We are very close. You guys know I cannot mention Star Fox without saying Firefox for some reason. But we are very close to this upcoming Nintendo Direct. I don't expect anything in May unless it's another partner showcase or Indie World this month. If we do get any if we do get any presentations this month, it'll either be another Indie World or another partner showcase. Being that the last one we had was an Indie World, I would say more like a partner showcase, or maybe a combination of both, like Nintendo did back in August of a couple of years back. They did an Indie World / partner showcase together. And so maybe VR one day for Switch 2. Who knows? I'm still on board with Nintendo DS coming to NSO. I've been saying it since Nintendo Switch back before it was before the Switch 2 was announced. Again, you guys know I talk about I uncover a lot of patents, and a lot of patents talked about that second screen. see here. A lot of patents talked about that second screen. So yeah. June is when we expect the Nintendo Direct to happen. June is when we expect the Nintendo Direct to happen. June. And I agree. June, I feel like June is also the month for Call of Duty, and this is entering third party titles. So I agree. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do a quick Q&A. Quick Q&A. Let's do first 5 questions. First 5 questions to come in. 5 to 10 questions, depending on how many questions we get. So if you have any questions regarding Nintendo Direct news, channel, any questions you might have, keep it PG, of course. I will go ahead and answer those questions for you. Go ahead and start asking right now your questions, and I will be highlighting your questions as I see them. And then once we get a good amount of questions, I will go over them to answer them. So let me go ahead. While you guys are doing the questions, I'm going to go ahead one more time and highlight here. Blue Moon celebrates 46 months on the channel. Thank you so much, Blue, for your support. We have Corradian also celebrating 7 months on the channel. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Jan Mars celebrating 37 on the channel. We got earlier Genki with 5 gifted. And of course, welcome all the gifted members who arrived on the channel because of Genki's 5 gifted. And we got a new Jaleel Bafields became a member on the channel. Thank you so much. And we also have 32 months by Pooley Last 75 Sarah B. Thank you, Sarah, for your support. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and highlight questions. All right. All right, we already got 4 questions really quickly. So if you want to ask your question, go ahead and ask it quick. Wherever you are, whether you are on X, YouTube, you are on Twitter, or you are on Twitch, make sure to ask your question. I can see all your questions and I can highlight them all. Make sure just at Mike Odyssey so that I can see your question and it's highlighted for me. That way it's easier to find. Okay. All right. 2, 3, 4. All right, we're almost done with the Q&A question gathering of the stream. If you have a question, I'm gonna pick up one more question, just one more question, and then I will go ahead and start answering the questions from y'all. All right, and if there are no more questions, I can start answering the ones we have, starting with Power Mad says, do you think we could see a Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Shadow Drop, or a free mobile Zelda game with no microtransactions? What? With no what? Listen, I couldn't finish reading that. I could not finish reading that. All right. To answer the first part of the question. All right. To answer the first part, Do you think we could see a Wind Waker Twilight Princess Shadow Drop? I do. I do. I do think that Nintendo could give us finally at least Twilight Princess HD with the Nintendo Switch 2 edition Shadow Drop for Switch 2 and Switch 1 for the anniversary. I think that's the only Zelda game we have no access to right now. Twilight Princess is the only game, Zelda game, we have no access to right now. And some of the games that are on DS, the only 3D Zelda, I think, to be specific, the only 3D Zelda we have no access to is Twilight Princess. And so I believe that Nintendo could give us that for the anniversary. Yep. As of to the second part of the question, a mobile game with no micro transaction. Do you know you met Nintendo, right? You met Nintendo, right? Nintendo is the only company in the world, well, actually, other than Roblox, that can make kids gamble. It's weird. Mario Kart is like I think something happened with Mario Kart with they tagged it for gambling or whatever. Mario Kart Tour, right? Because you have to hit the thingy, you have to buy coins or buy like little stuff and then push it and then wait for it the thing to kind of roll, and then you might get a prize, you might get a racer. Very similar to, very similar to Vegas. So no, I don't think we'll ever get a Zelda game with no microtransactions. A Zelda game will be awesome for mobile, but I don't think we'll get anything to that one. Thank you for your question. This one is from Pooley Last 75. Pooley Last .75. Sarah B. .wrench. What game are you hoping for the most for the Nintendo Direct? Well, I'm hoping for either Mario Maker, Luigi's Mansion, Zelda, either top down, or Ocarina of Time remake. Something new for Zelda. Something brand new for Zelda. I want to see Hollow Knight 3. Since Hollow Knight, Hollow Knight Silk Song 3, or Hollow Knight something song, whatever. Hollow Knight 3. Yeah, we have to stop pushing that because we, what are we gonna say for directs if we can't find anything? Hollow Knight 3. And that's it. Those are my most anticipated games. Those are the ones I want to see. Okay. Pokemon fan 34. Thank you for your question. Will the DS come to NSO in June? Thoughts? I'm going to say yes. I think the Nintendo DS, okay, right now, being what I assume right now is the second most sold system for Nintendo ever, has a large fan base, a massive fan base. So crazy big that people still collect and they still look for Nintendo DS games. They still look for Nintendo DS. If you look at YouTube Shorts, a lot of them with Nintendo DS hunting and customizing and finding games for Nintendo DS. The DS itself is very overpriced. The games are overpriced. At the moment Nintendo announces the Nintendo DS for an NSO, that could actually sell systems if they make it on Switch 2 exclusive, which I think they will. That way they will. Believe it or not, adding DS to NSO on Switch 2 is a Switch 2 console seller. It'll sell systems if they actually do that. If they do that, they add some Pokemon games onto there, Mario games, and you know, it will sell systems. So I am on board with Nintendo doing that. Remember we discovered a patent that showed many ways to play Nintendo DS games, whether screen on screen, flipping screens, screen 1, screen 2, or even adding the second screen. And so Nintendo has issued many patents just with that, meaning they are thinking about ways and how to introduce Nintendo DS, 3DS, and all that to NSO, starting with DS. So I think that it's a given. It will be a huge win for Nintendo Switch 2 if they do it now. They do it now. Yeah, right. And they're getting ready to release Pokemon Winds and Waves. Pokemon being a big giant game on DS, and for a lot of DS players, the best thing they could do is release the DS on NSO now with Pokemon games, and that will prepare the landscape for when they release Pokemon Winds and Waves. The fans will already be there because of the DS, and then that will kind of help the Switch 2 take off into another stratosphere. It'll be great. That'll be great. Cool. So yes, to answer your question, I do believe. But you know, to be honest, my belief is more about willing it into existence than them actually doing it. You know, it's about me willing the game into DS into existence than them actually doing it. I just want to go ahead and shout out. We have 135 viewers right now live with us. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Let me go ahead and shout out the viewer amount for per area. At the top, we have in first place, we have viewers on X with 109 viewers on X. 109 viewers on X. Thank you so much for your support on X. That's our largest audience and is on X. And so shout out to everyone watching right now over there. Thank you so much for being here. Our second audience is on YouTube with, well, it was 26, now it's 24. And then we have Twitch. We have one brave soul on Twitch. A brave soul. You are awesome. You are awesome. You stand alone. You stand on that top of that mountain. And then on Facebook doesn't announce my Facebook doesn't show my content to anybody. But I do get a lot of on-demand viewers on Facebook. So shout out to everyone I'm watching on Facebook. But so far, we have X winning with 109 viewers. We have YouTube with 23. We have one brave viewer on Twitch, and Facebook is down in the dumps right now. So yeah. Just shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. With a total of 133. 133. All right. All right. So any last requests from the chat before we go ahead and conclude the stream? Do you guys want to know about anything else? Anything else? That decent number. Yeah, normally on YouTube, our audience on YouTube used to be larger, but because of what happened to our channel, where they started reporting our channel, they started massive reporting our channel for violent content when we were just a family friendly Nintendo channel. You know, that's where they kind of killed our audience there. They, you know, so the algorithm doesn't push my content too much on YouTube just because it thinks that I'm a violent person. It still thinks I'm a violent person. So yeah, it's where we are working from the ground up on YouTube, and hoping to get to where we used to be. Hopefully, you know, hopefully. Many people have told me to start a new channel, but I can't. I don't want to abandon what we've created on here on YouTube. I have thought about streaming on Kick, and I was supposed to be streaming on Kick, but they have a lot of issues with their streaming for multi-platform streaming. Like I use StreamYard to stream to Kick, and it always kind of kicks. I use multi-stream to, you know, multi-platform streaming to stream to Kick, and Kick kicks me out. So I'm guessing that's part of their branding. You know, you start streaming it on Kick and they kick you out. Is it a thing? I want to know if it's a thing, because it is Kick. So maybe that's just what it is. You start streaming on Kick and they kick you out. You're kicked out. You know? Yeah. See here. Could Risky be the one causing the channel issues other than the trolling issues? No, I don't think so. I don't think Risky is the one doing it. I was able to find who, with the help of YouTube, and I was able to block them, you know, but the time was already done. But I think Risky just likes to bother you guys. He doesn't bother me, you know. Risky just likes to troll the chat, especially like when he likes to target anybody, targets people, then he, you know, likes to troll. Yeah, just the trolling part. But again, like to our mods on the channel, if you feel anybody is harassing anybody in any way, you guys have full power. Block, time out, do what you got to do. You know, do what you got to do. And I trust the mods that I have. I trust all the mods that I have. You know. Yeah. I mean, even if Risky decides to change their ways and be good and just relax and have fun with us and stay calm, you know, they're always welcome. But know that, you know, anybody who tries to get on anybody on of the mods, then, you know, yeah. So yeah, you know, again, mods, you guys have full authority to you know, the chat. You guys are in charge of the chat. You guys have full authority to do what you gotta do, to kick people out, to the head mods can ban people, you know. And so yeah, but I do ask this, you know. I don't know, maybe Risky needs some prayer or something, because Hopefully nothing in his personal or her personal life is going bad enough so that they have to do stuff like that, you know. It's a deal, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be June. Josue Colon. It's gonna be on June. Going to be June. So yeah. YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This is, I could have not said it better. There you go. Oh no. The Nintendo Direct will probably be after Summer Games Fest. Let's look at the calendar. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Huh. I mean, Summer Games Fest is a Friday. I cannot rule it out because we have June 2, 3, and 4, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Wednesday, the 2nd or the 3rd. Could be. Xbox Showcase as June 7th. Okay. You see, with all that information, we know we can pinpoint when. So if Xbox is having on the 7th for June, let me go to June. Also on Sunday, Xbox is having their presentation on the Sunday. Interesting. Yeah, but Nintendo does normally have it after. Yep, there you go. We're having a birthday. What if they do it on the birthday? I mean, it can't be on the birthday because that's also Summer Games Fest. And Summer Games Fest is taking over Nintendo's birthday. Switch 2's birthday. What direct news did I miss? Direct news. Let me do a quick recap for you. I'll do a quick recap for you of the direct news. So, Persona 4 Revival is due to be completed in August, and it'll be releasing in early 2027. So if you like Persona 4 Revival, that's coming in 2027. The Mario Galaxy movie to this day has sold 894 million. So it's close to the billion, very close to the billion. We got Sega showcased some art concept for the 35th anniversary. We don't know if there's a new game coming, but it's like a sketch that they showed up. Let's see here. And Sega announces a Lego Master Drive. So Sega announces a Sega Master Drive. Lego Sega Master Drive, which is very cool. Oh, and Pac-Man is getting an animated short. Like animated shorts to celebrate the anniversary this May. So Pac-May this month. which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. We got Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones coming out this month as well for Switch 2. So Indiana Jones Great Circle on Switch 2 targets 1080p dock, 720. What? That is weird. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle targets 1080p at dock and 720 in handheld mode. That is weird. Interesting. Let me fact check this real quickly. Hmm. Yes, I guess that's correct for Indiana Jones. Yeah, so 2027 will officially be Nintendo Switch 2's big year. Like big year. Only Switch 2 exclusive titles and I think that this year 2026 will be Nintendo Switch 2's last year when getting first party games. I mean, look, Lego Batman on May 22nd and Yoshi the Mysterious Book on May 21st. That's crazy. That's nuts. That is nuts. Yeah, Switch 2 turns 1 in just a month. So there's a lot happening. A lot happening. Let's see something here quickly. Okay, got that. Okay. We have a list of games that are coming out this month. I think I have it here. And this is as mentioned by Joycey J on the podcast. May 7th, we have Mixtape, which is a narrative adventure from the Artful Escape devs at a killer soundtrack. So Mixtape launching on May 7th. May 8th, we have Harvest Moon, Winds of Anthos complete. Coming to Nintendo Switch, the definitive edition of the latest Harvest Moon entry. On May 12th, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Launching on Nintendo Switch 2, the acclaimed Xbox title officially makes its jump to Nintendo hardware. That's Indiana Jones launching on May 12th. May 12th, also, Call of the Elder God on Switch 2. A lover crafting puzzle adventure from the creators of Call of the Sea. That's Call of the Elders launching on May 12th. Then on May 14th, we have Outbound. It's an indie game, which, by the way, Outbound is an Indie Mania alumni. First time we showed Outbound was last year during Indie Mania. We showed Outbound during Indie Mania, the first Indie Mania. So 2 years ago, we had Outbound at Indie Mania. And so now it launches on Nintendo Switch 2, May 14th, an open world exploration game where you build a life in a camper van. Then we have on May 15th, Thank Goodness You're Here. That's a game. That's what it's called. Thank Goodness You're Here. Launching on Nintendo Switch, right? Switch, and of course it's compatible with Switch 2. That is a quirky slap-former with a unique British comedic aesthetic. May 15th for Thank Goodness You're Here. Then on May 21st, we have Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launching on Nintendo Switch 2, the first party title to launch with the $10 physical digital price gap, which is cool. So Yoshi and the Mysterious Book will be $59 digitally, $70 physically. So it's the first Nintendo Switch 2 title that launches with the price adjustment for digital and physical. So you pay $10 less on physical. If you're buying physically, it's $59. You're buying digitally, it's $69. And so the Yoshi the Mysterious Book, May 21st. Also on May 21st, Coffee Talk Tokyo. I repeat, May 21st, Coffee Talk Tokyo. Launching on Nintendo Switch 2. The next entry in the beloved cozy sim optimized for the newer hardware. Coffee Talk Tokyo comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on May 21. Then on May 22nd, May 22, mark your calendars for Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn, the full JRPG experience plus the expansion, finally portable on Nintendo Switch 2. That's May 22nd for Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. Then we have Bugsby. Bugsby also on May 22nd. Bugsby 4D. Bubsy, not Bugsby. Bubsy. But I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I quit. Bubsy on May 22nd. It's like a rabbit, I think. I think it's a rabbit. Right? Is it? Then last but not least, Bubsy. Cool. He's a bobcat. Okay. All right. So and then the last title to launch in May is Bluey's Quest for the Gold Pen. A major update to the family-friendly franchise making its console debut. Bluey's Quest for the Gold Pen. If you are a Bluey's fan and you are up to it, go on a quest and try to find that gold pen made of solid gold. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2 on May 28th. That is all the titles that are coming out this month for the month of May. Now there's a whole bunch of other indie titles also coming out. I don't have the complete list, but at least those are the top 10 titles, top 11 titles coming out on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch for the month of May. Yep. Go town soon. Go town. So there's a lot of titles coming out very, very soon on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. All right. All right, friends. Let's see here. That is gonna do it. Do you think Star Fox could be revealed this week? I'm going to say no. I think Star Fox. Then, if we were to get a Star Fox game, I think Nintendo's going to hold up until the June Direct. If the game is real, I think we will get it in the June Direct. There really is no need for Nintendo to drop a game now for next month, like just a month in advance for a brand new Star Fox game, right? I think if we do get a Star Fox game, it'll be announced in June and maybe released later on this year, or next year. And I think for June we'll probably gonna get a shadow drop, a Zelda shadow drop, maybe Twilight Princess. So yeah. I mean, I don't doubt Nate the Hate. Nate the Hate still has a great track record. Maybe the release time period for the game could have been, lost in translation, but I don't think that a Star Fox game could be released, announced, and released within a couple of weeks. Like, announced, we are already at May 4th, right? It's May 4th. And so if Nintendo announces a game, let's say next week, then releases it just 2-3 weeks later, that is no. I think Star Fox deserves a little better. You know what I mean? Get the word out there, get people excited, for the game, and then get a couple of trailers out there, maybe a direct dedicated to the Star Fox game, and then drop it. But I was never fully on board with Nintendo releasing a new Star Fox game, which, by the way, we have not gotten a Star Fox game in 10 years since the Wii U with Star Fox Zero. And then all of a sudden Star Fox comes and Nintendo basically shadow drops the game. To me, that didn't seem kind of plausible. Not that the game is not real. I believe the game is. It's just a release time, So I do believe that Nintendo could release a Star Fox game. When is the Mario movie coming out on digital? Mario Galaxy movie digital. So because okay, let's see here. Wait, May 19th? What? That is all right, May 19th, guys. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is expected to release on digital May 19th, 2026. Didn't it come out April 1st? Right? It came out April 1st. So just a month and maybe 2 weeks, month and 3 weeks. So a month and 3 weeks. That's crazy. That's nuts. Check the post I shared for a new Animal Crossing items besides the Lego. Did you put it on did you post it on Discord? Ew. Okay. All right. Let me see here quickly. Share screen, share window. Okay, so shout out to Pulley Last Sarah for sharing these Animal Crossing other things. We got Blathers, Nintendo Animal Crossing Blathers ornament. I mean, for Christmas. We got the Timmy and Tommy Lego set. We have some. Oh, that controller looks nice. Those controller looks nice. Oh, these are from Ori. Okay, and are they available in the US? Hopefully, they look nice. I want to get them and unbox them. And the headset. Gotta reach out to Ori. Ew, look at this all-star collection. We got these little keychains of all these Animal Crossing characters, which I not know the name of. I should know the name of these two, of the two bunnies, but I don't. Ooh, what is this? Are these like skins? They look very nice. Very, very nice. Little skins for Animal Crossing. Is this like officially by Nintendo? So are these skins officially a Nintendo product? Joy-Con covers. That is awesome. You see, now this is how I see Nintendo. This is how I see Nintendo doing the versions of it, releasing just Joy-Con covers for the Switch 2, not Joy-Cons, you know? And oh my goodness, this is a nice bag. This is a nice bag right here. This is awesome. I love the retro colors. Kind of like a 70s retro look. Very nice. See, I know Bunny, one of my favorite characters there. Timmy and Tommy. We got Blathers. We got Isabelle. We got this K guy. We got Tommy Nook. We got Sophie? Sophie? I can't remember half of the characters from Animal Crossing. But yeah, that looks very, very cool. That looks very, very cool. Three more skins to be revealed for Nintendo. Really awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. I'm all for them. And I think I'm gonna go pick him up too. Very cool. All right, friends. I want to say thank you so much for being here in this episode of Direct News. I will try to come back tomorrow for more Direct News again, because I am moving and working on the house every day, to get it ready for sale. The new house is going to be ready in August. The new studio is going to be available in August also. So until then, I will do my best to live stream. But one thing I can give you guys up is that on Fridays, we do have our Nintopic podcast live here on the channel. And Nintopics podcast Extra Crispy, which is 30 minutes to an hour more of live stream after the podcast for everyone to hang out and just to have fun. We'll just do whatever. Extra Crispy, Nintopics Extra Crispy, and half an hour to an hour of stream after the podcast. So you can stay tuned for that every Friday night. You can the entire podcast. Make sure to subscribe, follow on X or on the social media of your choice, and you guys can stay tuned for that. Thank you all for your love and support, and thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Before I let you go, never give up and journey on. Peace. Bye. Later. Take care. If I could find something something here. Is this one? Is it that one? Maybe this one.